came into activity, Elijah was diligent to ensure that it dispensed the errand for which it woke up at that time. How have you modeled what God has given you? So God will still need to anoint somebody with the anointing you have, because you have not modeled your own. The anointing you are carrying doesn't have a name, because it was not properly modeled. This man modeled it, and then the anointing was called by his name. And because it was labeled in God's laboratory, a situation appeared in Israel that looked like the situation that was in the days of Elijah. And God knew that the solution to this problem is the same anointing that had been labeled in the laboratory. You are not with me? The anointing now has a name. It is labeled. So the same circumstances began to find expression, the same kind of departure from God, the same kind of degradation and decline began to take place. And in the history of God, there was a record that the last time this happened, it was the Elijah that dealt with it. So they had to go to the laboratory to fetch that spiritual product. And Malachi was stirred to prophesy that spirit is going to be made to intervene at some point in human history, to break the prophetic silence. You know, the distance in time from Malachi to Matthew is about 400 years. 400 years in which there was no prophetic word, there was no inspired speaking. It was a dark season. The directions of God were not obvious. And God said, all right, in my laboratory, I know the kind of specimen that I can bring upon the scene that will break this darkness and begin to initiate my agenda. So Malachi prophesied, I will send what? Elijah.